And ginger farmers in Nigeria's northwest Kaduna state are struggling to cope with a strange ginger disease outbreak, which is wiping off their farms and destroying their plants. The farmers say they have never witnessed anything like it, with virtually every ginger field in the southern part of the state affected. Ginger is the major cash crop in the area, but the disease outbreak will seriously impact production of the crop this year and possibly beyond. Scientists say they are still investigating the cause of the disease outbreak. TV360's special correspondent Deji Badamasi has more in this next report.
Inspecting his ruined ginger farm, Elisha Handan is one of the big ginger farmers in the Sarbon Serki area of Jaba local government area of Kaduna State in northwest Nigeria. Virtually all the ginger in his 4-hectare land here have been hit by a strange disease, which is causing the leaves of the ginger plant to turn brown, dry up and then die.
Early April, the ginger was doing well, germinated well, doing well. When I applied the first fertilizer or the first application of fertilizer, the ginger grew very effectively and very well. Suddenly, I started to spot out some symptoms of disease. I thought that it's a normal, maybe shortage of rain. I never knew there's a menace. Before I know, the whole farm was affected. And not only this farm, but all of my farms, out of about 4, all of them were affected.
It's the same story for Joseph Jatu, another ginger farmer in Jama'a local government area of the state. His entire ginger farm has caught the same disease, sparing only the vegetable he planted within the farm.
We are suffering a lot of loss, especially in this particular part of the world where we produce a lot of ginger. That is the mainstay of our economy, is now nowhere to be found. That the sustainable aspect of it is ruined by this infection. You can see we have abandoned this farm. We are not within it anymore. You can see the grass because we are discouraged.
Nigeria ranks among the largest producers of ginger in the world, and southern Kaduna accounts for the bulk of Nigeria's fresh ginger production. Almost every farmer in the region of the country grows ginger on a commercial scale. The current ginger disease will therefore seriously impact the local economy of the area, as this year's harvest is already affected.
We are pleading for an intervention. If there is any preventing method or measure that the government will take, please, they should intervene.
At the Institute for Agricultural Research in the state, scientists are hard at work trying to understand the disease and come up with a solution, but there's no definitive breakthrough.
Actually, the organisms we are suspecting, like most fungi, when the environment is moist, there is high relative humidity, low temperature, the organisms are favored. And we are suspecting there are multiple fungi, as I showed you here. So, but the specific one was still on. So that is what we are doing. From the interview and from what we saw, we gave them some suggestions on what to do to remedy the rhizomes that are in the soil. And possibly we are planning, or if we get opportunity, of course we have to train them or explain to them what measures we should take against the next season.
Most diseases of agricultural crops are best managed culturally by rotating the crops on the fields. If you grow one crop on a particular field year in, year out, there is a build-up of the disease inoculum that will get to a level that it explodes. In other words, it causes a severe damage on the crop. So the Kaduna State government is making arrangements to sensitize or train the farmers on how to manage their fields.
As they wait for a definitive pronouncement from the Institute for Agricultural Research, the farmers are now getting some helpful information on the likely cause of the disease. One of the big corporate farmers in the area has been holding special sessions like this one to further train and enlighten the farmers of best farming practices to prevent the disease.
Now, when we went around the farm, we discovered that because some farmers don't have so much land, some of them even grow ginger year in, year out. Under good recommendation, you don't grow ginger like that. And so if you are growing it year in, year out, you are going to aggravate the development of those diseases. And that is why it has happened to this level.
So what we would have to do, the reality, is to, of course, re-sensitize the farmers on the inputs they use. Now that this has been activated, next year, it will still happen again. The best solution to this, the truth, if wishes were horses, is to abandon that land for 2-3 years. That is the best. 2-3 years, don't do anything on that land. That would be the best. Then come back in the 4th year and do it.
The farmers are hoping that what they learned from this seminar, in addition to advice from the Institute for Agricultural Research, will help them overcome their current challenge. Deji Badimasi, TV 360, Lagos.